regular license, and maybe he might do a little better.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That kind of thing. But anyway, we're trying to pull things together here and keep things rolling. So I want to say hello to my niece, Haley Russell. She graduated. She's an RN now. She graduated this past week, and Haley, we're really proud of you, buddy.
Sure.
Yeah. So if Mike stubs his toe again, maybe he'll let you doctor him up. And then my brother-in-law, Dennis Brown, I just got a big comment from my sister Vicky. His wife said he watches every night on his, or every Thursday night on his telephone, and said it's either Yuns or Gunsmoke.
Yeah.
Well, Mike said he didn't. I said, well, if he's comparing us to Gunsmoke, we're way up there.
That's right.
Huh?
That's right. Miss Kitty's famous.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny myself. So anyway, we know where we rate at on the ratings, Mike.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Dennis, just keep watching, buddy. We appreciate you and we love y'all. The next thing I want to do is say hello to Bill and Charlie and Jeff Parrott. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. We got a little film from Jeff here. He went crappie fishing over on up at Cove Lake, and he come by here and he dropped off some video to Chandler, and so if you want to, we'll get into that. We'll go ahead and show that, and then we can talk about it. What do you think?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right, Chandler, whenever you get ready. All right. Well, looks like Jeff's got another one on right there, Mike.
Yeah, he does.
All right.
Yeah, he's a good one, but he ain't pulled him all over the lake yet. Wait till he gets a whole one of them big ones.
Yeah.
He got somebody out there in front of him
I think that might be his brother.
fishing,
Mm-hmm.
kayaking too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's doing good. For sure. Jeff, we've lost your audio, but we're going to commentate. Looks like you're doing really well. Just continue right on.
Yes.
Looks like he's got his floater set there, what, Mike? About 3.5, 4 feet?
Well, about 3 foot.
Yeah. Looks like Chandler has not got the audio. Yeah. Yeah, that's our trouble, Jeff. We hadn't got it on yet, so we're going to commentate here, be the commentators on what you catch these fish.
Yeah, that's right.
It don't take a lot of commentating to figure that out, Mike.
No. You know, if you can find a few of them.
Yeah. Well, he must have missed one.
What do you think? He's waiting on the bite. I want to
Yeah.
jerk it down there in a minute. Sometimes they want it moving, sometimes they don't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. He's got another one on there.
I'll say.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's, that may be a bluegill. Yeah,
It
it
is.
is.
It
I thought
is.
I seen a touch of orange. there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There's Jeff,
Tell us about it now.
a big bluegill.
Yeah.
He thought he just texted me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Shoot, that bluegill was big, plenty big enough to eat.
Yeah, them boys is talking like it's next moon's time for them dang
Be
shell
spawned.
crackers.
Shell crackers to be spawned?
Yeah,
Yeah. Look there.
yeah.
Son of a gun. Dadgummit, Jeff. I know them will be some good eating. Mm-mm. Son of a gun.
Most time this next moon comes up, it probably might be time to try to catch a walleye.
Yeah. I hear you. Let me try something right here. If I can do this right quick. Yep, he's still getting them. All right. Let's see here. Jeff Perrin.
Yeah. Them look like the black crappie, don't they?
Yeah. That's what it was. What it looked like
Yeah.
to me, for sure.
Well, that's kind of unexpected up there that you'd see that many black crappie up there.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Chandler's his audio. No problem. You guys can handle it. Yep. I show a picture of the bank and the water clarity. That's what he's doing right now
Yeah.
to let us see how clear that water is. And there he has got him on his locator. And looking good. Looking good, Jeff. Oh, there's a nice one, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Dadgum. Look right there.
Yeah.
Wonderful, guys. That's absolutely wonderful. Hey, buddy. Mm-mm-mm.
Yep. George.
Jeff and George, yeah. All right. 2 good messes of crappie,
Yes, sir.
for sure. Sounds good.
That's the highest on them we go.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm following Jeff here on the
Yeah, for some reason that's the audio ain't playing on there.
walleyes next.
How you doing, Dudley?
Yeah. All right. Well, we lost our audio, but Jeff's doing a good job Chandler's doing a good job of keeping us going here.
Yeah, oh
And,
my goodness, there's them pictures of them big old bass.
Yeah, and he's talking about the Cove Lake State Park.
Yeah.
And there's been, there's been a lot of fish caught out of Cove Lake over the years.
Oh man, there's been some whoppers caught out there too.
Yeah, sure are. Ain't no two ways about it.
There, several years back when they had all that big rain, that big flood come, and there was about 10 foot of water over the dam. They was talking about people coming through there and skiing around the picnic tables and stuff up there in it and everything. And I thought, well, now there's a lot of fish that could have went upstream or downstream out of that thing when the water got that high.
Yeah. All right. Well, one thing Jeff did to say here on his text message was he's got the crappie thing took care of now. Now it's walleye, Mike.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, on the walleye trail.
On the walleye, yeah.
That's what he said there, for sure. Says the walleye is next on the list. I'm showing a lot of weeds on the bank. I wrap it up here and reveal Cove Lake State Park. All right, Jeff, we hate the audio went out, but we really appreciate you taking care of that. You've done a wonderful job. I'm glad to see you catching some crappie, buddy. Looks like it's done awful well. So we'll just move right along and keep on going here. While I got a minute, I want to remind you all, last week we showed, we'll talk a little bit about the last week's show. We went over to Edgemore Outdoors and visited with them, and Joe Lee was there doing a seminar, and we filmed all that and showed the biggest part of it last week, and had a lot of people commenting on it, and they're going to let us know whenever gets a chance to come back. Joe's a big tournament fisherman, and from here on out, he may not get back over there for a couple of months.
That's right.
It may be 3 months, but anyway, we're going to keep up when Joe does come back and try to get back over there and do some more filming. He'll have something else to talk about. Last week you all saw about the shad spawn and that kind of thing. So when to do it, or when they do it, and what to look for, and all that kind of real interesting show we put on there last week that he presented to us. Really, really good information, and he's a heck of a gentleman. Joe is. Anyway, do want to remember Fishing for Missions, the New Providence Baptist Church Men's Ministry. That's going to be May the 21st at the Canal Ramp, Fort Loudon, Tellico. Safe flight till 3 p.m. Entry fees $50. They'll take donations for some breakfast, and then they're going to have hot dogs and hamburgers after the tournament. So I hope, Mike, we get to make it to that. Sounds like you know how it is over there on Loudon, Tellico. And I was told that it only took a little over 15 pounds to win that Tim Irwin tournament over there the other day.
Oh, Tim done had his tournament.
Yeah,
too, huh?
yeah. That's, heck, normally it takes a little bit more to win, and there'll be 50 people there within 3 or 4 pounds of one another.
Yeah.
And it sounded like the fishing was down a little bit due to weather conditions, I guess, or whatever. But anyway, do remember this Fishing for Missions tournament over there. If you folks over in Lenore City watching on YouTube or whatever, we really appreciate you guys supporting this and looking for a big turnout. So we'll keep that up. We'll mention that again up to the week of the tournament. Remind everybody. Okay, Chandler, take us to a sponsor break, will you? Hey folks, here at Tim's Tires, there's the times that they're open. The day, that's 5 days a week. They're open from 8 to 12:30 on Saturdays. All right, folks, we're inside here in the warehouse. Just wanted to give you a quick look at all the tires and stuff they got. And here we are. There's some four-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, just a mixture of about any kind of tire you want. So keep that in mind. Then here we get into the light truck, automobiles, that kind of thing. So just walk through here and give you a quick look at what they've got in stock here. I mean, it's it's just, I don't know, man. They must be a couple of thousand tires in here right now, if not more. Sizes, shapes. You truckers, you know the word. This is the place to get your tires for your trucks. And these over here, getting a little bigger sizes. Light trucks, heavier automobiles, this kind of thing. And as you can just see back through there, it's just, heck, I don't know, this building's probably about 300 feet, one end to the other, and they're wall to wall. Remember Tim's Tires, folks. That's down here on Highway 27 on your way into Harriman, and get the best deals they're going. So give them a call, price check, whatever you want to, and if you want a special tire that they might not have, you could, they'll definitely get it for you. Tim's Tires. Let people know what we represent.
That's what we're all about. We do try to do an honest day's work for the people, and we've got operators from all over the DOE sites, TDA sites, the outside contractors. We're just about everywhere you see a heavy piece of equipment, good chance that you'll see an operating engineer on it, rather it be Barnhard. I'd like to mention them, All Crane, and all of them that's signatory to us. We have over 100 contractors that's signatory to us, so I definitely appreciate those guys all the way in Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tullahoma, throughout all the way all the way up to Johnson City. So we do cover a big area, and just let us know if we can be any help to local contractors that come through these areas. We'll definitely send you some people.
All right, David. I appreciate all those good words, and we'll get this on the air, and I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. All right, folks, we're back. I tell you what, we've got 3 different pictures here. Steve Bradshaw sent a picture in here. Just put one of them up, Chandler, and we'll commentate and go to the next one. All right, now there's some of them Irwins right there. I want you to look there, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
got 5 nice ones there.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I think that smallmouth was almost 20 inches. That second fish on the left, or in his right hand there, a dandy. Them largemouth, they ain't slackers either. They got a dang good mess of fish right there.
Yes, sir.
Sure have. Boys, I tell you what, you've done good. That's wonderful. Them fish are biting up there right now. We just can't get to them. All right, go to the next one. Now this right here is a guy I work with, David Simmerly. That's his brother. And they went up to New York to fish on Lake Erie. And that's a 5.5 pound smallmouth right there. And if it was 3 pound, it was a little one. He said they was catching them fish on a jerk bait and just killing them, And I told David, I said, send me that picture and I'll make sure we get it on the show. But that there was, I think he said about 5.5 pound, and they caught a lot of fish that size. And if it was a 3-pounder or less, it's living.
Here's that.
Yeah. So, all right, go to the next. Oh, okay, 10-4. We'll come back to it. Chandler's getting things ready for the next picture. And, that part of the country, when them smallmouth turn on up there, you've seen them pros fishing for them. We've never been there, can't justify nothing, but anyway, they catch a lot of big smallmouth up there.
They sure do.
And David's brother there, they were supposed to left on Friday, coming back home, and they caught so many fish Friday. They said, they decided to stay and fish Saturday, and they done so good on Saturday.
And fish Sunday.
Yeah, they fished on Sunday.
May not come back.
So he said they come back home, but they didn't get home till late Monday night. 3 of them driving, and yeah, they was going to leave Saturday morning, decided to fish. Done so good, they went back out on Sunday, done the same thing, so they had to leave on Monday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll let you read that.
I'd call in sick myself.
I would too. I'd say my car broke down or my truck broke down or something. I'd come up with something. Yeah. That's Mr. Bradshaw, says he caught them crappie. The picture we'll show here in a minute. He's pulled one of Mike's tricks. He caught them 30 foot deep.
No, I couldn't see nothing on it.
Okay, let me fix it right here.
You tell me.
Watts Bar Monday, 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He got a nice bunch of crappie right there, Mike. 3,
Well,
4, 5,
yeah.
6, 7, 8,
I'll tell you what I did down there
10, 11,
Saturday.
34.
I had some things I had to get done Saturday morning, and then got hooked up and went down to Reynolds and got them to set the throttle on my motor because they had to do it on a computer. I didn't have none of that stuff to do it with, but they finally got that part done. Didn't take them long once they was able to get to it, but yeah, they set the throttle on the motor and stuff for me, and so I went on down to Kingston over there and put in and decided, well, I'll go up to Tennessee. I talked to Gary at Uncle of ours on Friday, and he just got back, and he'd been up to Tennessee, and he was telling me where he fished at up there, and said he had one stump he caught 7 big old black crappie off of on that little, what do you call that, glimmer blue or something other. Got a little silver looking stuff on it, and a blue flake and blue back, and I throwed a bunch of that when I went up through there, and I never got a strike on any of it. And I throwed fish for a couple of hours for crappie, and it didn't do no good, so I started bass fishing. And because he told me he caught several small bass on a 4-inch worm, well, I throwed flukes, all kinds of flukes, done a lot of flipping, different baits, never got a bite on them. I thought, well, maybe they just ain't moved in there close enough yet, so I backed out and started throwing Carolina rig with lizards and stuff, never got a bite on none of that, and got a brush hog out. Throwed it in there, and I had one to take the pinchers off of it, but I believe that was a bluegill. But I fished out 12, 15 foot Carolina rigs and stuff. Throwed it on points, stump beds, several different things. Couldn't get a strike on none of it, and fished 1 point there for crappie, and know it had at one time used to have some brush out there on it, and caught that big old drum off of it, and that's the only thing hit other than that and taking the pinchers off that bait. But say that was the only hookup I had, and I give it up, come on back down the river there, and trying the motor out a little bit. Glenn said you need to open it up a little every once in a while, and see what it'd do. So I eased it up there about 5,200 and eased down to there, trimmed it on up a little more, and got up about 5,600 down there next to Long Island there.
Mm-hmm.
The old RC Marina thing, scooting off down through there, and all of a sudden there's that going osprey. Come down toward the water and wham, hit that throttle motor. I thought he knocked it off. Our feathers flew everywhere.
Hey, well, Mike?
Yeah, just come out of nowhere. Just dead dive down in front of that boat. And when he turned to go back up, I don't know what he was after, but when he come back through there, he hit the head of that throttle motor and knocked the feathers out of his tail end.
Well, did he keep on going?
I did. I don't know where he went to.
Well, all righty. That's some again, Mike. There you go, folks. That's Steve Bradshaw. Caught those on Watts Bar. And he got 14. So he caught them 30 foot deep.
Yeah.
Mike, so I guess your theory's still out there. Caught them on Monday. Got some nice ones there.
Yeah.
Sure had.
That's one thing I didn't have with me up there was any minnows.
Well, yeah, and you just throwing the plastic.
Throwing plastic, but you know, that's what Gary told me he caught his home was the plastic. Looked like that may have been what Jeff was throwing up there at Cold Lake was plastic.
Yeah, I didn't.
I've moved my floater up, come up, started a foot deep, and go down 2 foot deep, and go down 3 foot deep. 2 baits on one thing and all that. And
yeah.
you couldn't seem to find them.
All right. Is that for us, Chandler? All right. Hello, caller.
Hey, Steve and Mike, this is Jeff Parrott.
Yay,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Hey, guys, we're sitting here enjoying Paul and I, my brother. We're sitting here watching all these good crappie being caught here. How about that, man?
Yeah. Everybody's catching them but Mike.
Oh, Mike will get on. He's the crappie king. Mike can get them year-round, can't you, Mike?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we must have lost the audio there, but you guys done a good job there. You knew what I was doing. I was fishing with live bait and actually bought those minnows over there at one of your sponsors there, Edgemore Outdoors. Oh, Vance, and hooked me up real good with some good live bait and took them on up to Cove Lake. I wasn't really going to reveal that there because there'd probably be 100 people standing on the bank probably this Saturday, but that's okay. There's plenty of them in there.
Right.
And I just wanted me a little mess. Got my buddies coming over this weekend. We're going to have us a little fish fry, and I had left over from Dale Hollow, but I needed a few more.
Yeah.
And so I ended up with about 10 that day, and not a lot of throwbacks. I think we had maybe 2 throwbacks. Of course, that bluegill that hit it there, I thought that was pretty good as an old bluegill. Yeah.
I hear you. See you, Dudley.
Anyway, I appreciate you guys showing that. I enjoyed it. That was a good day. It was water temperature was 73 degrees there at Cove Lake. It was quite warm. And Mike, I caught those fish in about 2.5 feet of water. That one section of video you've seen, I just kind of paddled in there, and they were right in the milfoil. They were just laying in the milfoil in that hydrilla.
Huh. Well, that's kind of unusual, but it is and it's not. I mean, they're just like anything else. They like to get in that cover.
Yeah, they were in there, and I would throw about a foot or two off from that. They'd come out and hit it, and when they got it, they didn't just pull it down. They hit it pretty violently there. They'd really nail it and take off with it. And like I say, all those were the keepers were over 10, half, 11, 12. I had one in there, 13. And most of the time, as a kid fishing up there, you'd catch a little 8 to 9 inch crappie, which there's no size limit on Cove Lake because it's managed by the state park system, not the TWRA. But I don't usually keep them like that. I like to have them big enough to put in a pan and make a good mess. But anyway, that was kind of the wrap up there. And on the way out, we had a few minutes left, and we cast a few treetops there on the way back to the little ramp, caught a few little bass. But Cold Lake's a good place to go fish. It's easy to get to, and some of the locals up there, they'll catch them crappie right off the bank.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. I've very few times I've been there and the weather be decent. They wouldn't be scattered around the bank there, you know.
But anyway, I just want to give you guys a quick call. I run into Pennington today and said hello to him. I'm going to say a shout out to him. Met him and his wife. Real nice people there. And Paul and I are probably going to try to get you some walleye video here in the next couple of weeks. I need to kind of work on a little bit of a lighting system where we can get a little bit better video quality, but we don't want to scare them off there at the same time. But here in the next couple of weeks, we'll get us a full moon. You know exactly where I'm going. Maybe we'll get a few of them. But I'll turn it back over to you guys and let you all finish up. It's a pleasure sending stuff in to you guys. And boy, those other guys had some big old bass there. We all enjoy your show, Steve and Mike. We really, up here in Anderson County, we like watching you guys.
Well, buddy, we appreciate it, and we're looking forward to getting up there on some of them walleye ourselves. You know, I hope I know the weather's supposed to get bad tomorrow, and hopefully it'll move out of here Saturday and be halfway decent. Yeah, we'd like to get on them walleye too, Jeff, bro. I tell you, man.
I know. I've spent the last 3 days trying to get caught up on all my mowing. I know how Mike feels. I've got about 6 acres to mow, and it's been tough. I've got the time to do it, but it just seems like it takes forever. And so anyway, I know you're dying to get out there too, Steve. So I'll let you guys have at it, and thanks again. And we'll continue watching here. Let somebody else call in.
All right, Jeff. We appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, see you, buddy. All right. Yeah, Mike, dadgummit. I had a picture of some walleye but I don't know what happened to it. I must have hit the wrong button, deleted it or not. But some other guy had 4 walleye that he'd caught last weekend, and I gummed up the picture, and I'd sure like to have that on there. So yeah, everything's, you know, shoot, it's time for them to get off the nest and feed up, Mike.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they'll be looking for something to eat here, and they already are. They're always catching some fish. They're catching them on spinner baits and things of that nature. They own them. Ain't no two ways about it. So we're glad to have the pictures to show for sure. Steve Bradshaw says he caught his fish on plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 foot deep. That's what he said. That's what he texted.
Well, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, so probably a swim bait would be my guess. 2.8 or 3-inch swim bait, and drop it down there, bounce it around either the way drop shot rig, or put a lead head on it and put it right on the bottom. So that's he had a nice bunch of fish right there, sure did. All righty. Yeah, Mike Pennington, I left you out of the mix, buddy. I hope you're watching. I know you are. And if you've been fishing, give us a call over here and let us know how good you done, so we can get a chance to talk to you. I've got about 2 minutes of film on my camera. I went down Saturday about midday. Got a late start, had several things around the house I needed to do, and so I got that done, and I ran upstairs right quick and went changing clothes, and Sherry said, you going fishing? I said, yep. I said, I'm only 6 hours late, but I'm going. So I ran down there and fished 4 or 5 hours and caught a few small bass, and so I'm going to let Chandler show that on my camera there, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, folks, there's a second fish I've caught down here in Watts Bar today. Pretty decent little fish right there, not too bad. Back in the water he goes. Let's get another. Remember our sponsors, folks, and let's go fishing. folks, there's the second fish. A few casts later, we'll get him back to water, see if we can get another. All right, folks, there's the fourth fish in the boat, and I've missed 2 dandies. Don't know why, how come, but I'm gonna stay after them, see if I can't catch one of them. All right, folks, there's another fish. I think that's 4 or 5. Like I said, I missed a couple of dandies back up the lake there. All right, we get him back in the water. There we go. All right, folks. two flips later, got another one. That's what we like to do right there. All right, back in the water he goes. Yeah, I'm flipping and pitching a brush hog with get it up here. There it is. He got it all wadded up. Anyway, that's what I've been pitching and flipping with, and throwing a chartreuse and white spinnerbait. So that's a green pumpkin with a green glitter in it, and they seem to be hitting it every now and then, so we'll stay with it. All right, yeah. I had 3 or 4 more fish on there. They wasn't huge by no means, but they got off on me, and that brush hog and I missed 2 good fish on a spinnerbait, and heck, they wasn't in 1.5 foot of water. Right in the top of a tree, it's laid over, and I threw by the tree and come winding that spinnerbait through there, and one of them broke water and throwed it, and the other one just, I never did get him hooked good, but both of those was pretty good fish. But the rest of the time I caught them on that brush hog.
I throwed the same brush hog you throwed up Tennessee there. Tried it, never got a bite on it.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Mike. You just ain't holding your mouth right or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Lordy. But you know, that's a good bait on Watts Bar right now.
Yeah.
It works. I mean, you know, me and you've done it over, you know, shoot, used to be that watermelon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gum. Yeah, just pull in a pocket there and just up both sides and have a boatload of fish, you know. And but it's a good bait to be fishing down there right now, and especially flipping, pitching, you know, that kind of thing. But I think the fish down there are they're actually going on the nest or coming off the nest. You know, I think that's pretty much what's going on. A lot of little buck bass running around. And
same way up there, but I done sight fishing too up there for a couple hours at least, back in there and out flipping, and then he's on in there looking and stuff.
Didn't see no beds.
Couldn't see no beds, couldn't see no fish or nothing.
Yeah.
So 72-degree water. You'd think you'd find some little ones there somewhere, you know.
I agree. I agree with you. It's heck, I don't know.
You know, you pull back out on some of them points out there going in them hollers. You'd think, you know, out there 10, 15 foot or something, you ought to be able to find some on a Carolina rig if they're moving in.
Right.
Never got a bite off any of them points.
Well, you know, shucks. The water, the rain we've had in the last few weeks, which this past week it's just been nice every day, but the week before, the heavy rains, the muddy water, it kind of slows things down a little bit, you know. And then them fish like that warm temperature, you know, it's all about that water temperature of what they're doing and when they do it, as far as the spawn goes. If you get some warm days earlier in the year, they'll, last winter I went down to, or last spring, not this spring here, but last year, went and put the boat in there at Caney Creek, and shoot, I caught 4 or 5 nice fish that wasn't in a dang foot and a half of water, and caught 3 of them off the same spot.
Yeah.
3 casts, 3 fish. And water was cold, and water was muddy, but they was right in there in that muddy water. Well, like I said, they wasn't in a foot and a half of water.
2 times in 2 different places, there was some big shad come up out there in the middle of the holler, probably 6 foot deep out there in the middle of it, flipping around a little bit, a couple of breaks, Never did come back up no more. And same way when I moved across the lake over in another holler over there. Seen a few breaks here, and then there'd be one 200-300 yards down the other way and come up and flip or something. So they were just scattered, but they was a big shad that would probably be on a shad spawn that they was talking about. If they get gathered up, but now there was quite a bit of current coming out of that one holler. The other one didn't have hardly any current coming out of it in that little old creek. But the other one, it had a little bit of current coming out of it, but never got the first bite back there. Fairly decent colored water too. Wasn't real clear, but it was clear enough you could see about 3 foot deep.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, folks. Remember our sponsors, Reynolds Racing and Marine. Get on their website. I do think Glenn's got a new bullet in. Don't hold me to that. He wasn't in the shop, and I talked to Trampus, the guy out there in the front, and I think they got a new bullet in, or at least they're expecting one if it's not showed up. I know they got a new Express from last week, so get on their website. Just look and see what they got down there. It's new or used to trade in or whatever. And got a lot of accessories, trolling motors, blah, 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 a little bit of everything. So get on their website if you're looking for something and give them a chance to get your business there. Edgemore Outdoors, heck, man. They changed the store up since the last time I was over there right before Christmas, and got back over there the other night to do that filming with the seminar going on, and they got stuff wall to wall. I mean, they've done away with a lot of the hunting stuff that they had and put in more fishing stuff, and it's wall to wall, fishing tackle over there that they've got. They run a good bait store. There's no doubt about it. I mean, heck, it's just everything that you can think of. So go by Edgemore Outdoors and check them over there. Look around. They've got all kinds of fishing stuff, and if you can't find it there, I don't know that you'll find it anywhere else. I mean, they keep a lot of up-to-date tackle. There's always this new, heck, I can't even think of it now. The Strike King, it's got this new bill in their crankbaits. It's getting to be a pretty hot item. They've got those over there, so go by Edgemore Outdoors, look around, guarantee you'll be satisfied with what you need was right there. We really thank them a lot.
Yeah. They'll make you buy a bigger boat to carry all the stuff around.
Yeah, that's a fact, Mike. Ain't no 2 ways about it. Gosh almighty. That's a fact. Rods, reels, tackle of all kinds, and good people to deal with. All righty. What else you got, Mike?
Well, like I say, I ain't heard anything else on What's Bar or Chickamauga or anything. So I heard that Douglas is doing pretty fair, catching a few up there. And I hadn't heard nothing on Cherokee either. I don't know what they're doing over there, but did hear that they was catching some up there, especially some crappie.
Mm-hmm.
Douglas.
Shucks, we were just talking about him at the first of the show. Bart Carter.
Mm-hmm.
He's the new regional manager,
That's what it said on the radio.
TWRA. We've had Bart on the show three times back years ago, and he's a nice gentleman. He's stays abreast of what's going on with the water and the lakes and that kind of thing, and stocking programs. He's a pretty sharp cookie. So maybe we can get him to come by here. And it's been several years since he's been down here, but I'll try to get in touch with him, get him to come down one night and give us the ins and outs.
Yeah.
We'll give that a shot here this week and try to get in contact with him. I've got his number. Call up there and talk to him and see what's going on.
Sad news was they talked about two that got killed down there on the Cumberland. Somewhere up to there, and they wasn't wearing their life jackets. I think they was canoeing or something up there around some island way up, maybe right below Del Holler or somewhere over. That they was canoeing, turned it over somehow or another. And, lost a man and woman, I think it was.
Yeah, bad situation, Mike. That's another reason to have that life jacket on. There's nothing beats it being on. And they got these jackets now that's the self-inflatables. You know, they don't weigh a whole lot, and they're there to deploy, you know, when you hit the water.
Yeah.
So there's really no reason why you can't wear the thing continuously. And I know you and I don't all the time, but I do keep one and try to keep one laying in the seat. But that's the best thing to do is put the thing on.
Yep.
And you never know when you're going to get a rogue wave. You know, the last time I fell out of a boat, I was with Rick Whitson fishing the tournament, and it was in his boat, and I was standing on the back of the boat, and we were just pitching and flipping and headed up the bank, and wasn't paying any attention to the waves coming in from the boats running by us out there in the channel. Next thing I know, I was over the back of the boat.
Yep.
You know, I was saying, grab my rod, grab my rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my billfold was soaking wet, and the dadgum telephone was drowned. And so all that kind of stuff. So yeah, need your life jacket on, folks. That's just all we can say. Need to put it on, keep it on, and like they do have the self-inflatables now that don't weigh a whole lot. That need to put it on.
Yeah. And they've been last week, I believe it was, or something, when they was talking about two bass boats had collided, and something about two jet skis that run together.
Yeah.
So people starting to get out on the water, and they ain't paying attention to what's going on, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, you want to keep yourself safe. All right. Let's see. There's one other thing I wanted to mention. Yeah, make sure y'all tune in to Saturday night at the Grove with Dudley Evans. We appreciate Dudley mentioning us there every week, and same way with his. I think he's over here a couple of nights a week, plus doing the news. Yeah. So we want to thank him. All right, folks, do be safe out there. You know, it's only going to get more and more people on the water here as the weather gets better, and chance of more's out there, the more chances you got of being in an accident or boating accident or falling overboard or what have you. Just be safe and keep your life jacket on. And got anything?
Yeah, and be sure and keep aware of what the other people's doing. It may not be you moving around, but you can get run over up there like I did.
Yeah. Mike was run over at his own Norse back years ago fishing a tournament, and he was on the point fishing, and this guy came around the point and never saw him. Went from the back of the boat to the front of the boat.
Yeah.
So
Sure did.
Like you said, you need to be aware of where everybody else is at.
That's for sure.
Sure. All right, listen, God bless you all. Have a safe week. And as Mike Richardson used to say, jerk when they bite.
That's right. Jerk when they bite.
See y'all next week. All right. Hey, folks. We're over here at Edgemore Outdoors and got Vance back here. They've got a new selection of, what is this called now, Vance?
This is all queen tackle.
Queen tackle, okay.
It's all tungsten. They got tungsten weights, flipping weights. They got drop shot weights. All the jigs are all tungsten heads. There's flipping jigs, football jigs. There's swim jigs down here too.
Shucks.
That's all of it's tungsten. There's shaky heads right here.
Okay,
That's
all tungsten stuff. Well, Vance got my attention with one thing. He's got, you can take any jig. Vance, get some of those bills. The chatterbait bills?
These aren't tungsten, but you can take this little chatterbait here and you can make a jig or a
any
swim
jig,
bait,
swim bait,
any kind of
you're
head.
throwing and put a shaky head on it.
Yep.
Son of a gun. I was just wondering how long that was going to take.
They've got different sizes in the blades there. There's silver, gold, and black.
Silver, gold, and black, different sizes in the blades. And like you said, you can take a white jig that you're flipping and put that dang bill on it, and you got you a chatterbait.
That's right.
Well, I wish me and you had thought of that. Folks, listen, do get by here, Edgemore Outdoors. Just swing around here, look at, gosh, I mean, man, the racks are hanging full of stuff, line, oil, just everything in the world here at Edgemore Outdoors. Jim and his crew would be more than glad to help you find what you need back here on the thing. I mean, it's just, I just hadn't had a chance to get over here. I've been wanting to come by and make a new film, advertisement for Edgemore Outdoors, and we just thankful for their support here over the years, keeping the show going, and it's just row after row of tackle, baits, plastics, crappie stuff, catfish stuff. They've got live bait, reels, rods. I mean, it's just, if you're looking for it, more than likely they have it over here. So do come by, stop in here and visit with Edgemore Outdoors, and I'm pretty sure you'll be satisfied and they can help you find what you need. Hey folks, I'm here at Reynolds Racing and Marine, 620 Ray Street here in Kingston. Got Mr. Glenn Reynolds here with us. Glenn, tell us about this beautiful Bullet boat sitting here.
Okay, this is the latest deal. It's called SST. It's 21 foot long. Has a lot of key features inside. It's got three coolers, so you keep your beverages plenty cool. Got a little wider front end up front. And it's got the recessed foot pedal for the new Spotlight trolling motors that I'm going to try to sell Steve one.
Yes, sir.
And it's a pretty silver and red.
Boy, it's beautiful. It really
Got
is.
the new 250R.
250R on that thing, folks. Man, this thing looks
So
sharp.
it's, that's just one boat. Of course, we got it in the background here.
Yeah.
We've got several side-by-sides.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And then,
Oh, there's the big 5-seater. That's a 5-seater. Man, dadgone it,
so we've got
Glenn.
a lot of side-by-sides.
Yes, sir.
And then we've got, of course, this is
Allison?
this Allison color Pro Series.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's called a Pro Elite,
Pro Elite. Okay.
and it's got, I guess here is some of the, you can get this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Got a TV screen in the front, Glenn.
And then it raises it up, it's called an E-pad.
Right.
And Allison has a patent on this, I think.
Uh-huh.
And you can raise it up where you can, if you're a tall guy, you can still see
it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's sort of unique.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, we've got the Allisons and the bullets on this side.
Right. Oh, man. We've got the twin yellows here, don't we?
Got the twin yellows, one's
Yes,
yellow
sir.
and white, one's yellow and black.
Yes.
This one will be in Mercury's brochure. I went down and made some pictures at Joe
Oh.
River Lake, and it should be coming up pretty soon in the brochure.
Right, right.
And of course, it has the E-pad, it has a
It's
spot lock.
Uh-huh.
I call it Ultrex.
Right.
Now this is called a that's one RDC. It's a raised deck
Right.
dual console,
Uh-huh.
and it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. And it's
It's one of my favorites.
It's a beautiful
Runs
boat.
good.
yes, sir.
And now it's got the new 300R on it.
Uh-huh. $300, man.
But we can mix and match any engine combination just about you want.
Yeah.
Some people wants 300, some wants 200, some wants 250s.
Yeah.
And but we're normally selling $250 and $300, you say.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So we got a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff, Glenn. Glenn, you want to mention something about the pontoon boat sitting over there?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Got a veranda pontoon boat here. Man, that thing is beautiful.
And I guess over here we get a close-up.
Yeah.
Everybody else has got plywood bottom. It's got what we call a cooling slot. Mm-hmm. It's all aluminum. It never soak up any moisture or water,
Yeah.
and probably last no reason why it wouldn't last a lifetime or two, you know.
Yep.
And we can get up in it and.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.